No, I will not do dishes by hand anymore. I'm gonna fix this. Good afternoon, dudes and dudettes, and hello for the slight little shadow you saw there. As you can see, I have tried to solve my problem today. Autofocus is being a little funky. I ran and spent about $350 to go grab a dishwasher because my house has not had one for nearly 15 years. And I'm tired of washing dishes with my dainty little hands. To be honest, I just really don't like spending an hour and a half doing that shit about once a week. I ran up to Lowe's, I grabbed a mechanical timer switch for my neighbor's pool, the underground wire that I installed about a week and a half ago or so. We now need to put a timer circuit on. He wants me to do that. I've never done this before, so that's going to be interesting. I grabbed some hoses, some electrical cables, and obviously a good dishwasher. They ranged in between $250 and $850. I bought the $350 one. Alright, let's go inside the kitchen and see if I can show you where I'm going to put this thing. Bam! Right there. Now, we used to have a dishwasher like a... Ew. I think that's actually water ingress from the outside, because what used to be right there actually is an interior wall on the other side, but that used to be an exterior wall before they added the master bedroom in like 1970 something. So yeah, that I think is an old problem, but still, ew. So I do have electrical cables up here. Water, I'm not even certain about. Let's see here. Yes, looks like I have something I can tap into down there. I don't know if I have a flashlight or something, but it looks like I can tap in down there. Alright, well then let's just rip the water out and see if I can put a dishwasher in here. Ta-da! Out of the box. Though it is dark in my living room, I apologize once again for that. Looks like he gave me some free stuff. Drain hose, bunch of instruction and warranty manual stuff. I don't know really what you'd need for that, but alright. It's kind of self-explanatory. Plug in the water line, make the drain hose drain, plug it in. Alright, with that, let's see if I can shove it in the hole. Well, I say that. First, it sounds like a personal problem. Second, sounds like I need to do something else first. This is what I've got to do first. I've probably got to rip all this paneling out that my dad put back here to make it look nice, and then... Oh, that sound. Oh, that was loud and screechy. Probably make an adapter for those plugs or something to make it where I can wire that up easier, though it does look like this thing has a lot of extra cable. If that's still hot, I might just use that wire. I'm not certain. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna have to start ripping paneling off first, then run the water line, drill a hole through the wall, probably further over there where I can actually get through to the exterior wall. Drain the water, the gray water out to the outside because I don't want to shove it in my septic. Man, this is gonna be a lot of work. Well, I decided to take a gander at the instructions. There's 57 steps to install a dishwasher. So apparently it's not as simple as 1, 2, 3 like I thought, with the simple hose and drain hose and everything. Holy but Jesus. Well, if we start at number 1 on this Bible of instructions, I do believe this actually is a good point. Let's see if we can test this line before I start to see if it has power. Honestly, I'm probably not going to shut the power off because who cares? If it somehow shorts and those caps come off. Jesus Christ, the auto connect. If those caps come off, then I assume all that's going to happen is the breaker's going to blow. But I also think that my fridge is hooked up to that breaker, so I would rather not turn off my fridge. Especially now with it being like 85 degrees in the house. Good news, this thing is live. Well, I say that's good news, I'm holding a live cable. But it's gonna be able to run the dishwasher, which is golden. Now, I also found something out kind of cool over here as I scooch over. I have a dishwasher cap that I can put on here. Autofocus, please. That I can put on here. So I assume, I bet that's nasty as hell, but I assume I can just clean that thing off or out and put the dishwasher line in there. I just have to now drill a new hole into the, ooh, maybe not, into the wall. We'll see. Well, I found a problem. As you may be able to tell by this one, there seems to be some form of corrosion on all of these, and the tip of this is just too corroded for me to get my hose onto. So either I need to figure out a way to clean the corrosion off this tip, or I need to replace it, and that means desoldering and resoldering, which I'm not great with for plumbing. I'm great with for electronics, not for plumbing. So give me about 30 minutes as I figure out a way to scour the corrosion off of that. Bam! With some liquid wrench, Scotch-Brite, battery terminal cleaner, and a relatively medium bristle. I don't know if I can show you this, but it's still steel bristle, but it's definitely not hard enough to do damage to the piece right there. But it looks like it's definitely cleaned up a whole lot more than the other one, that's for sure. Now, let's see if I can get this thing to seal and hope to God that there's not going to be a crazy water leak. And that, boys and girls, is what I was trying not to have happen. Son of a beach. Alright, well that just turned this into a little bit more of a difficult project. I went through and I cleaned that thing for about 10 more minutes, trying to make sure it would not cross-thread, and go figure, immediately upon trying to get it to tighten up, it just cross-threaded. The hose is theoretically secure, like I can't twist it, so maybe the gasket sealed it, but that's a 1 in 10 chance, so I guess I'm going to continue with trying to install this thing so that we can at least test it. We'll see how bad that leaks, see if it's just spraying water underneath my sink. That's what I'm expecting to have happen, but that's why we have a valve to turn it off. After that expected spray of water happens, I guess what I'll do is run up to Lowe's, grab a new shark bite connector so I don't have to actually solder anything, desolder this, clean up the pipe real well, put a shark bite connector on, and hopefully that'll work. Ta-da! Well, I got the dishwasher in. I have not powered it up, but I found another problem. So, our drain hose that I thought I was going to be able to just go plunk, actually, turns out, let me see if I can get this off. Yeah. It tends not to be the right size if you can do that and wiggle it. So I'm going to probably just still continue with my original plan and drain this hose straight outside through that wall. Pretty sure that's why that hole was drilled, but I'm not even certain. With that, I took out some of the chemicals in here, and as you can tell, over the 60 years of this house lifespan, clearly chemicals have exploded down here. Alright, let's do this. I have a towel at the ready, and I'm gonna see if this thing leaks. Oop, hit my hand on the thing. Alright, well, let's see this together. How bad does it leak? And can I even turn this on? Holy crap. Possibly not. It's, wow. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get some penetrating oil on that first. Hold on. Well, I got it cracked open. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, we have a leak. I kind of figured because it was so cross-threaded, I just had to test it. So let me turn back off that valve, and then I guess I'm going to have to go get some shark bite containers, adapters, and a new drain hose for the washing machine, because I know I just fucked that one. Day 2, round 2. I got a new hose yesterday. I got new shark bite connectors. Well, specifically one shark bite connector, which is basically just a push connect. And if I can't get that to work, I also have an actual copper crimping bullshit. I hope I don't have to use that because this is a lot easier. Okay, so all of that aside, I still have to pull off the old one and also get the washer line pulled off. With that, I have fire on my side. Awesome. And a heat shield and hopefully a lot of water and everything else. If I end up messing this up, because if I overheat it, this is a T-joint, and I might end up desoldering things I really don't want to desolder in here. If I do that on accident, I'll have to call in my plumber friend for backup. But other than that, I think I'm okay. I've done the shark bite stuff before. I've fixed toilet valves, I've fixed washer valves, I've fixed all this other things. With that, I think we're good. I just have to feed the tortoises because it's early this morning again. Today's gonna be a long day. Oh shit, I have to go clean the water mains too. Before I can even fill up their bowls, they're already attacking stuff. Alright. Baby's fed. And the third one's just woken up. Time to go get some work started. Looks like the big guy finally rolled out of bed too. Please don't eat my toes. I don't have shoes on this morning. I'd really rather... Yeah, let's not have you eat my toes. I don't think you would, but yeah, let's not tempt fate today. Cool. That'd be awesome. You want a butt scratch? Nope. Okay. He's still waking up. Back in the well house. Back to do my weekly job. Probably gonna have to step it up here pretty soon. Well, the pressure looks good. Looking at we're 18 feet of water. That's pretty cool. Run on over here. I bet it's gonna be nasty today. I haven't done this in about 2.5 weeks almost. Oh yeah. Oh, actually that wasn't that bad. That only took a few seconds. Sweet. Now on to all the others. Holy crap. You can barely see it anymore. I have to go through a tiny jungle in order to open up the water valve now. That's always fun. I bet this one's not going to be too bad, but the other 4 are definitely going to be. Cool. So I got the hose all rolled out, and I don't think I've ever recorded this before. I mean, just like a freaking fire hydrant as I open this thing up. As it gets full pressure, that hose all the way up. And you can hear it far off. Yep. Alright. Give it about 30 seconds and it should be clear. I'm still opening this valve, by the way. I always complain after I shut this thing off about how much water is left in this tube because how heavy it is. I think I'm going to give a little demonstration of that today. I pop the clasps. What is that, like 30 gallons? 30 times 8, 240 pounds or so? This thing weighs a shit ton. Alright. Back in the well house. Good lord. Normally that only takes 30 minutes, but one of my neighbors has a water leak next to their water meter, and I have to now go negotiate with the water engineer. Fun. Be right back. I am back home, as you can see, and we need to get this finished today because I don't want my kitchen to be annihilated like the rest of my house. Alright. So, with all the water stuff dealt with, my neighbor's water meter dealt with, and all that crap, time for me to get on my own water problems. It looks like it's about to storm outside, but I'm not going to worry about that. I need to go shut off the water before I start ripping those things off. I did charge this line pretty much filled with water, so now I need probably a bowl or something to prevent that from leaking all over the place. And I will also go out and change my water filter whenever I shut off the water, because might as well. While I'm out there, I need to do that too. It's been about a month and a half. Well, water's off, but that's actually not that bad. I will replace it still, though. Because I don't know how long we're gonna keep the power or the water off, I might as well shut off the power to the water heater. I don't want that thing to burn up. Now to actually start work. I need to rip this off. I don't know why the autofocus is being a pain in the ass here. I need to rip this thing off, and hopefully, this is where it gets really sketchy, not overheat this. The hell? Not overheat this to the point where it breaks. I must have had water on my finger. I was so confused. I didn't realize I had water on my finger from outside turning off the water. And I touched it. I was like, how the fuck did water just come? There's no condensate on it. I was so confused. Alright. I need to somehow heat this up high enough to where I don't rip this out of this center coupler. Yeah, so this is going to be fun. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. If I do, I think I'm going to have my neighbor come and help me. Well, I got the hose off. Now it's just time to start hitting the thing with a torch and hope to God that I don't fuck this up. I already texted my plumber friend, and I hope that he'll be able to drop by later if I mess this up, but there's no guarantee. I might end up having to completely pull this inner slug out, ripping it out of this thing, cleaning them both up, and then replumbing it, which I have never done, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, let's tackle this and have me immediately fuck something up drastically. Alright, so here's my setup. I've got a heat shield, I've got a wet rag around the T-joint so that hopefully it doesn't pull too much heat from my piece, or if it does pull heat from it, it's not going to suck it into the solder on the rest of the joints. And I have a bowl down there catching the water if it's dripping. So I have to admit, I am pretty anxious about this because I don't like messing around with that short of nubs that have the tendency of fucking up the rest of my water. But my neighbor / my friend also called me back and said that if I fuck this up tonight after he gets off work, he'll be able to help me out. So that's cool. I have a backup plan. Let's do this. Holy shit. I got it. Oh man. Let me get this thing cooled down and I'll come back to the video. Holy crap. I cannot believe that I did that without fucking it up, if I'm being honest. That's the first time I've ever had to sweat off something that was that close to a T-joint and everything else. That nipple is tiny. That sounded sexual. Alright, let's get this all set up. I have this thing cooled down in a jar. Man, it looks nasty as hell down here, but if I'm being honest, I'm not going to clean it, because why? Let's see here. New adapters. I've got the Shark Bite, which I don't think is going to have enough of an actual grip, if I'm being honest. With only that small of a nipple, I don't think I can shove that Shark Bite on. But I have, where is it? Here it is. Another one, which actually should work. This is a copper compression fitting, which I have not used before either, but it seems simple enough, self-explanatory. I put my hand down on the wrench and I was like, why the fuck is that so hot? Alright, let me see if I can figure this out and get it on there. Alright, now, I don't know if I can show you this, but the nipple here tends to have a little bit of crud on it. So I think what I'm going to do is clean it up with some sandpaper, and specifically this is 220 grit. I wish I had something better, if I'm being honest, but I couldn't find any 500 or any wet paper, so I guess this will have to do. At least it'll look a lot nicer than it does now. With that, I think I'll try to put the compression fitting on off camera, because there's really no point in doing that step by step. And if it works, that'll be awesome. We shall see. Be right back. Bam! New compression fitting. Though honestly, I'm not that happy with it. There was not enough room in there to be crimping down on a pipe, so I'm hoping that that's sealed. It is entirely possible that it's just going to go boop right when it pressurizes. And if that happens, I'll be rushing around with a hell of a lot of paper towels and a dehumidifier. Let's go turn on the water. Well, the water's back on and there's no obvious leaks. The little drip that you see there, right there, is solder. It's not actually a drip of water. But it looks okay so far. I got the water running in the sink above, and I also got the water running outside on the hose, trying to get all the air out of the lines. Alright, let's give it about 30 seconds and then shut these things off and see if it holds. Alright, outside water turned off. Now if it holds pressure, let's see. Let me turn off the water faucet. Wait for it. It's not leaking so far. Nice! So we now have a new water faucet. Cool. Let's get the hose running now. Here we go. let's see if it's tight. Well, no water so far. That's a good sign. Let's check underneath the dishwasher, because that's kind of important. Ugh. There is a little bit of water on that, but I don't think that's dripping. I'll be able to tell in the next about 5 minutes or so, and if it is, I just need to tighten it a little bit. Okay, cool. It looks like it's good. There is a little bit of water down there, but that's from when I pulled the hose out earlier. Ugh. Alright, then maybe this 2-day adventure is almost done. The only thing left is to run this damn drain hose, which I'm just going to drill a hole through the wall. That's easy enough. And then I have to power the damn thing up. Ugh, once again down here. So I'm going to have to probably shut off the power to the kitchen for a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to have some nice tingles whenever I'm doing this. Wire nut those together, and I guess we're golden. Well, that's anticlimactic. I'd already got it wired up. I flipped the breaker back on, and there's no lights. There's nothing. You can't tell it's on. I'm not sure to be happy or not about that. I guess power savings? The autofocus is once again fucking up. God, I hate this phone. I don't know why its autofocus is such atrocious. On this, like I said, on this, I think I'm completely done. There doesn't seem to be any source of leak from here or the bottom of the washer. The only thing I need to do now is the drain hose, which I have a feeling I'm just going to drill a hole right through the wall, which should work for the most part. Let's get on that. Alrighty, well, I drilled a hole through. I sealed it with some foam because why not? I just want to keep some bugs out. Hopefully that will last me a couple years until I get out of this place. I just need to clean this up a bit. Definitely not going to clean the whole thing up because I don't know what sort of toxic chemical mess that is. I don't really want to touch it. Plus, no one's ever going to see this except for you guys. And gals, I should say. I need to clean up this. Then I'm going to smoke a bowl because I've been working a lot on this fucking dishwasher. I feel like that goddamn instruction manual turned this into 58 steps. It was going to be 3. I just need to get all the dishes done, toss them in there, and test it. But I want to do all that first, and I definitely want to relax before that. So give me just a few minutes, and I'll be right back at it. Here we go. The inaugural test. I've got quite a bit of dishes in there on the bottom, and fully loaded on top. Thankfully, it has double sprayer, so I don't have to worry. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, it's on! Wait for it. I assume there's gonna be something that happens. Do I have to press start again? Nope, yeah, I do. Cool, I hear clicking. Hell yeah, I don't have to do dishes by hand anymore. Now, you can even hear the water. Assuming I don't have a massive amount of water spraying across my floor in about 30 minutes, this should be done. I just have to pick up all that crap. And my neighbor needs more help with his Wi-Fi. Oh, lovely. The stream's probably going to be at 8 o'clock again tonight, but oh well. Thank you all so much for watching during this hell of an adventure, and I will see you tomorrow when I try to figure out the pool timer.